Hi folks, I'm Hector Garcia. I'm a CPA and I have a lot of clients that are small business owners in the United States. So naturally, this week I've been bombarded with questions about the stimulus package, about loans, about unemployment, about all the benefits out there to help small business owners and small businesses weather the storm of the current economic crisis with the COVID-19 virus. Now, real quick, I'm going to do an entirely different video where I'm going to break down every one of the different loans that are available, but I'll make you a quick summary of each one. So you're going to have a state or municipality sponsored bridge loan. You have to check with your state. I'll put some links on the description below. Check with your state to see what's out there. For example, in Florida, they're offering up to $50,000 interest free for a year, and then you pay it back within a year. It's a bridge loan to kind of help fund your business so you can make your payroll, your rents, etc. So you want to check with your state and your city and county to see what's available. Then there's the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan. This is the bigger of the programs. This is going to be for every business that's been hurt by the COVID-19 quarantines and the economic crisis that we're living through right now. And these loans could be anywhere between $25,000 all the way to $2 million. And you're going to apply that through the SBA website. We're actually going to show you how to do the express streamlined version of that in this video in a few minutes. Then there's the Sba Express Loan, which is a traditional 7-year loan. The interest rates will be really good, and you will have usually 7 years to pay it back, up to $25,000. You go through your bank for that. So you go to your bank or any bank that does SBA loans, you request the Sba Express Loan for $25,000, and they should be able to direct you in that. And then the last one, which is probably going to be the most popular of them all, which is sort of the signature part of the stimulus package, is called the Paycheck Protection Program loan. And the PPP is going to be a loan that's going to be managed through the banks. So you have to go through the bank to apply for that. So in this video, we're only going to cover that second one, which is the SBA Economic Injury Loan, which we're going to do through the SBA website. We're going to walk you through that process. But for the PPP, you have to go through your bank. And in a nutshell, you would have to take your total payroll costs for the year, average them out per month, multiply it times 2.5, and that dollar amount is the amount you're eligible for that payment protection loan. And you're going to get funded through the bank, that 2.5 times of your average monthly payroll. And if you use that money to pay your rent, your utilities, and your employees, you must keep your employees on staff. I believe you have to keep like 90% of the employees. Again, we'll have a video with all the details of that. And you can't lower their income and all that stuff. But if you keep your employees and you basically use the money to stay open and stay economically viable, the government's going to pardon the loan. It's going to forgive the debt. So let's essentially be a grant. So free money, for lack of a better term. So that PPP loan is going to be probably the best of all the options. And you have to go through your bank. And like I said, as soon as I have the guidelines of the process, just come back into my channel here and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. If you're watching this maybe a few days or a few weeks after I recorded it, go in the description and see if I put the link in there for that specific video. So let's go into the website for SBA. So I'm on the SBA website. I'll put the link below because that link might change. It's covid19relief.sba.gov. Make sure you're at the sba.gov website, not some website out there designed to steal your identity. So be very careful about that. So you're going to go into the website and we're actually going to do the application process. They've streamlined the application process. They made it really, really easy. It should take you no more than 20 minutes to put this together. And let's start with the question. So the first question is choose one of these. Are you a business with no more than 500 employees? That's going to be most of the applicants. Or are you an individual that operates a sole proprietorship, or you're maybe an independent contractor, maybe you don't have employees? Those first two are going to be the most common. All the other ones under it, I really don't have any businesses like that. I don't have a nonprofit. I don't work with nonprofits. I work with businesses that have employees or individuals operate as sole proprietorship. So we're going to pick the first option, and then we're going to answer some questions here at the bottom. So first question is, my business is not in any illegal activity, so you must check that. Also, I don't own I mean, any of the businesses that, any of the people that own this company are not delinquent in child support. This is not a farm or agricultural based business. We're not sex workers. We're not in pornography or anything like that. We don't do legal. I mean, we don't do legal gambling, even if it's legal. We're not lobbyists, and we're not an actual state or government entity. So as long as you check all those, and that would make you eligible for it, that's all you really need to do. Obviously, read it and make sure you agree to it because you're signing this. So after we hit continue, we're gonna put first our company name. So let's say my company name is Garcia, and let's fix this here. Garcia and Company. Let's say that's the name of my business. Trade name. If I don't have a fictitious name, I'll just copy and paste and put the same thing in there. Then I'm gonna put the tax ID or the EIN of the business. I'll just make it up. I'll put a bunch of nines here. Then we have organization type, and we're going to choose LLC, S Corp, whatever it happens to be. If you don't know what yours is, contact an accountant, contact your lawyer, contact the people that can help you because this needs to be accurate. Also, let's say if you're a non-for-profit, you hit yes there. If you're for-profit, obviously you're going to put no. So we're a non-for-profit, we'll pick no, and then we're not part of a franchise, so we'll take that away. Then the big question is gross revenues. What is this? This is 12 months worth of sales. Ideally, February 1st, 2019 through January 31st, 2020. So if you have QuickBooks, if you have an accounting system, POS system, whatever, you should be able to pull your sales from there. A lot of my clients don't have January done, so and it's about the same thing if you were to take January 1st to December 31st, 2019. So we're going to use that. And you can use the information from the tax return if your tax return is filed already. If you don't know these numbers, let's say mine is $500,000, you should ask your accountant. You should get support from your accountant. Then cost of goods sold for the same period would be your direct expenses, such as subcontractors, materials, product that you're selling. And let's say I'm going to get this from my tax return or from my QuickBooks system or whatever, and then I'll put what my number is, which is 200,000. So I got 500,000 in sales, 200,000 in cost of goods sold. Nothing else goes because we're not in the rental property business. We're not a non-for-profit. We don't do secular expenses or whatever the heck that means. I don't deal with nonprofits, so I really don't know. And we skip all the other questions. All the other questions are mostly for nonprofits and extraordinary income and that sort of thing. So we'll skip all those. Gross sales and cost of goods sold. It's good enough. So that's all the information really that you need. Make sure you have that. Make sure that's accurate because you're probably going to have to send tax returns at some point. So let's put the address of the business. Let's make sure that we got the primary business address. That's not a P.O. box. Let's put our business phone number, alternative business number, business fax. Put that in there. Put your email because you're going to follow up via email. This is the date that the business got started. So when did the business get started officially? Put that in there. Look that up if you don't know it. If there's no change in membership, in ownership, you would put the same date there. But if there was a change in ownership, obviously, you got to put up to the current one. Then the business activity. You want to search what is your business activity based on what your business does. I'm an accountant, so I'm going to pick finance, and then I'm going to pick accounting. There you go. So it might be tricky for some people to find theirs. Again, get help from your accountant. And then number of employees. I don't know what the rule is, if it's supposed to be only W-2 employees, if it's employees including subcontractors, if the owners count or don't count. I don't know what the rules are, honestly. If you got employees, put the total number of employees, including the owners. If you only got subcontractors, I would just put the number of subcontractors. If you got a mixture, I would just stick with employees because that's a more accurate number. So I'm going to put 5 and then click on next, whatever your number is. Obviously, you're going to put that. Then we're going to put the owner's name. So I don't know what the guideline is, but I'm going to go ahead and put, let's say I'm 100% owner. So I'll just put my information here and put my phone number, then choose my title. Let's say I'm the CEO and then I own 100%. Again, you probably want to have 51% or more of all the owners added up in there if it's more than one owner. Put your social security number, obviously, bunch of 9s, that's not correct. Put your birthday, the owner's birthday in this case, and the place of birth. I assume they're going to verify this against tax returns or whatever. I really don't know how they verify this. Then whether you're a U.S. citizen or not. I don't know if residents get it. I assume that they do, but they're asking this question. So answer it correctly. This is not about getting it right or wrong. Answer it correctly because you don't want to get into trouble. And then if you need to add an additional owner, this is where you can put it. Again, depending on how many owners there are, you probably want to put at least 51% worth of owners in the application. If you can put all of them, even better. If you got some that are non-citizens, maybe you should just put the citizens as long as it adds up to 51%. Again, I don't know what the right answer is. And then, okay, I forgot to put this. Is your business owned by a business entity? I'm going to put no, but if that's your case, obviously you'll put that. All right, so next question says, have you been convicted of a criminal offense? I'm going to put no. Have you been suspended from getting grants or government loans? I'll put there no. Obviously, you got to put the right answer. And are you under indictment or criminal investigation or whatever? So I'm going to put no. If you are paying someone or if you're getting paid to do this, you must disclose it with SBA. So you got to put the professional preparer's information in here. And then lastly, there's a checkbox here for choosing to be considered for the $10,000 advance. Now, I assume this is going to be limited, and as soon as those advance funds are over, that will be it. I recommend that if you still have time to do this, jump on this and request the advance, because word on the street is that if you can prove that that money was used to pay employees and pay rent and pay basic stuff, basically you didn't party with the money, that it will get pardoned or it will be rolled over into a grant or into the PPP loan of some sort. So I would take advantage of it now. Obviously, if you're struggling, if you were a really good business and you're having a current financial situation, try to get this money and hopefully it'll help you. Put your bank information there, whatever your actual bank information is in there. Put it in there, and that's it. Just certify that all this stuff is truthful, and then click on next. You're going to get a summary of what the application looks like before you submit it. And then you click on I'm not a robot, assuming that you're not, and then you click on submit, and then you should be done. So I strongly recommend that you do this if you're a small business struggling and you have employees and you're part of this economy cog. Do it. Get the money. I mean, the government allocated trillions of dollars for this, and they if you're a legitimate business with employees with economic activity, they want you to have this money because they want you to go out and spend it. They want you to keep your employees. They want to keep people away from unemployment. They want to keep this economy going, which I agree is a great idea. So go ahead and do it. I would love to see your comments. If you guys were successful doing it, put it in your comments below, your experiences. I don't know what it looks like afterwards. I honestly, I've actually done this already for a couple of my clients. I don't know what the next step looks like. I assume they'll email me within a week with some more documents and requirements. Let's see what happens. Maybe they'll fund the bank account and they ask for information later. Who knows? It's the government. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. And again, I would love to see in your comments if this is helpful for you. And do you want me to do more videos of this specific content? This is not the most typical thing that I usually tend to do. So I would love to know what your thoughts about that are. Anyway, I hope this works for you. I hope this was useful. And I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to look at the description. All the updates, new videos, new content related to this, the stimulus package, will be in the description below. So hit like, subscribe to the channel so you're updated on any new content related to this. Thank you and have a wonderful day.